Mincha today, candlelight tonight is at 8:04. Plag Mincha is at 6:40. Zman Mincha is at 8:15. And last night, as we are aware, we counted 48 in the Omer. Back to we're very quick to our Torah, back to Sefer Ruth, the Book of Ruth. We are introduced to an interesting character, Ploni Almoni. We don't know who this fellow was. Ploni Almoni, as we all know, is the Hebrew way of saying John Doe. And this fellow could have married Ruth. He was obligated in a certain sense to marry her. But he chose not to because, all these problems. And if you spoke to him, he would have come up with all the halachic reasons why not to marry her. It would have been sound judgment, very logical. There would be nothing wrong with the logic of his reasoning. And it was the wrong thing. Whereas Boaz takes a leap and he basically marries Ruth because he sees within Ruth that she is really a much higher level than most of the women around. Like when she went to collect the gleanings, instead of just bending over, she bent over in a way that was modest. He noticed that. He noticed that she had certain midot. Whereas Ploni Almoni, he just didn't notice the obvious. He was so interested in his own affairs. He was not a bad person. There are a lot of people, by the way, who are like Ploni Almoni, that they'll come up with reasons not to do something, and the reasons will be solid and logical, and they'll be wrong. So what we have to do is we have to strive to be like Boaz, who didn't look for excuses, didn't come up with all his reasonings, and said, this is the right thing to do, even though I might be taking a chance. And as we all know, if you don't take a chance, you're not going to succeed. And everybody in the Torah who is important made mistakes. That's one of the important lessons of the Torah. The people who didn't make mistakes didn't do anything. You can't make a mistake if you don't do anything. So we should strive to be more like Boaz than Ploni Almoni, and try to take a chance. Something to think about. Kaddish Rabbanim.